I want to label the message simply this: knowing the assignment. Knowing the assignment. I need your prayers and I need your amens today. Grew up in the South Ward of Newark on Goldsmith Avenue. My neighbor across the street happened to also be the chairman of deacons at one of the churches I used to be a member of. Deacon Thomas Steele owned a store that sold scratched and dented merchandise. That stuff at his store was there because something happened to the merchandise in between the time it left the warehouse and the time it got to the customer's house. Most people did not want scratched or dented merchandise, but Deacon Steele was oh so glad to take on the merchandise that nobody else wanted. When he was asked why would he take and try to sell scratched and dented merchandise, he said, it may be scratched and it may be dented, but it still was able to fulfill the purpose for which it was made. He said, a dented stove still cooks food. A scratch recliner will still recline. And ladies and gentlemen, that does not just crystallize or paint a picture of merchandise that is sold in a store, but it also talks about what you and I got to go through in our everyday life. Why? Because life has dented us. Y'all too quiet. Life has scratched us. Life has scarred us. Life has broken our hearts. But no matter how dented, scratched, scarred, heartbroken you are or have may be, none of those dents, none of those scratches, none of those scars, none of those broken hearts should ever prevent any of you from fulfilling the purpose that God put you on this earth to do. And now in our text, here is Jesus. Jesus shows up to his disciples again after he was crucified, after he was buried, after he resurrected, and before he ascended back to the throne of his Father. And he shows up to tell his disciples what their purpose, he shows up to give them their assignment. Are y'all with me here? And here is the assignment. It's called the Great Commission. Go, therefore, baptize and teach, make disciples, and if you do that, he says, lo, I will be with you always.